Extra.
So good. I think episode 2, I literally cried from the beginning,
Oh,
laughing
that's so
all
nice.
the way to the end.
It's really annoying. My wife wouldn't talk to me for 2 days after that.
So good. So Seth, first of all, when you shopped around the studio, when you went and pitched it, what were the initial reactions like?
Very positive, honestly. People, it was very encouraging. We assembled, we attached a lot of the actors beforehand, so that was very helpful. We had talked to Kathryn O'Hara and Ike, and so we were going in with sort of like a pretty well put together show, you know what I mean? And people really responded to it. They say that, you know, there is some challenges about making things about Hollywood, but yeah, to our delight, that people were pretty enthusiastic about the idea. Yeah.
How could they not be? It's brilliant.
That's so nice. That's what I said. That's how I ended every pitch.
So Kathryn, your character she's just so brilliant. Everything about her, even down to like the wardrobe, the energy. I'm sure everyone's asking you, who is she based on? And I'm sure you're not going to tell me, but can you tell me a little bit?
There is like a tapestry of women, which I would think.
But there's sort of one, isn't there?
I knew it. That's what
I'm going to kind of put mayonnaise on the lens around that person. No, there's a bunch.
Kind of one.
Yeah, there's kind of one. Okay, Seth, come on, who is it?
I can't say. For sure not.
Because you're just watching, you're thinking, this is definitely who. I'm just like itching to know. You're going to tell me that later on. Chase, How I Met Your, first of all, congratulations for being part of this show, because it's just so amazing. So you sent yourself tape in immediately, right? As soon as you heard about this show, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I got a call back, and it was Seth and Evan on a Zoom. And they were just like, toss out the script. Let's just riff, which is really scary.
You entered the riff zone?
I entered the riff zone.
We're about to enter the riff zone.
The riff zone.
That's what he said.
Strap in.
Did you improvise with her?
Yes.
I did, I
Or you
think.
just made her improvise on her own?
Yeah, I just talked.
Shakespearean monologue.
What you got?
No, we did a scene together. Yeah. We did something together.
It was very fun.
Zoom.
Wow.
Is potential.
It was the scene like that. It's my character and Anthony Mackie's character. That was
okay.
what it was.
I'll see.
I can imagine it was terrifying, just being told to just riff and.
It was luckily my character it was like a ball of nerves, so it
We played
worked
into
to my
it.
favor.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yes.
Looks like you got the role.
Now,
Looks like
Kathryn
went
O'Hara,
okay.
Yes.
are you worried in any form that any of the scenes could be a little bit too close to the truth, that this could come back to haunt you and possibly finish your amazing Hollywood career?
Wow. What do you know that I don't?
Exactly. Don't say that to her.
No, I personally did not model my character on anyone.
Like this, Kathryn. She's the one that should be worried.
Exactly.
Yeah,
always.
You can talk to
Always.
Seth and Evan if they have something in mind. A lot of people are calling this character Amy by mistake.
I know.
So they can say Amy Pascal. And I know Seth and Evan worked with her and love her.
Very
And
much so.
Still use her as a mentor,
Oh, yeah.
guide. Yeah. So that would only be done with love. I think the thing that gets people is the curly hair. But there
It's
are
true.
there are a few studio heads, lovely female studio heads with some lovely curly hair.
A couple of them.
There are.
Donna,
Yeah.
Beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I just went with what was on the page. So if it's too close to somebody, you have to blame.
It's our fault. Yeah.
Otherwise, I
Always
just
blame.
played our relationship, you
Okay,
know. and-
Patty. I mean, all of it. Just Patty's amazing as well. Ike, what do you think the audience is going to be most surprised about to learn about Hollywood behind the scenes?
What would they be most surprised about? Wow, that's a really hard question.
How about least?
Least surprised?
Least surprising? God, I don't know. What do you think? Can you answer this question for me?
I will, sure.
I literally don't
I
know.
think the average person does not think that the people who run studios actually care about movies.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I
good.
think there's a
Yeah.
big misconception that they are just like money-hungry maniacs who happen to think movies is the best way to make money. That is not at all true. They are people who love movies and who are genuinely conflicted all day, every day about what is the best way to both protect their careers, but also make films that they think are good. And I think that is a really interesting part of the industry, is that people do love film, but also make many bad ones.
Like Matt literally eats, sleeps, and breathes movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of studio heads, that was something from Amy Pascal I remember learning. I remember talking to her early on in a meeting, and I was just like, oh my God, she knows more about movies than anyone I've ever met. Like, she had a completely encyclopedic knowledge of film and writers and directors, and Robert Towne wrote this, and then he met this person, and they told him to do this, and she knows all these people, and like, that was another thing, is she had this incredible experience of like, oh yeah, I was in a meeting with, Aaron Sorkin, and he said this to me, and like, they collect, if they're fans, they collect a lot of great insight, So I think that most people assume, that people don't give a shit about movies in Hollywood. And I get why. Most of the movies suck.
They're not the movies that your studio's
No, they're good.
Have you seen Alphabet City?
Exactly.
I can't not ask you about the guest stars, because there are so many amazing guest stars and cameos in this show. I mean, I didn't even realize that was Bryan Cranston for like 5 minutes. I was like 5 minutes in to that scene.
Body
And I was like, is that Bryan Cranston?
It is. Cranston's amazing and so funny, and I wish he was in more of the show.
Dwayne is hilarious.
Yeah,
Dwayne is so good.
Kayla Monterosa.
Marty Scorsese, Ron Howard. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Were these people easy to get?
No, it was some of them. No one was that hard to get. We didn't want people who were hard to get. We wanted people who were enthusiastic about being in the show. So no, everyone who did it was really psyched about it. Yeah.
And anyone that was hard to get is upset now they didn't do
Exactly.
it. They were stupid. And you're going to be
worse.
put in the video. I can imagine.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So good. I can't wait to go home and watch more.